Welcome, DigiFam, to round 2 of the Digital Gate Tournament. Today's matchup is going to be LordKnightmon, who managed to win his match in the first round, versus Imperialdramon Green-Blue version, who managed to win his. Let's get into it and see who wins.
I glide across the marble floor in armor kissed by gold, a whisper of confection in the mask I always hold. The world admires beauty, but they never see the cost, for elegance is weaponry and mercy must be lost. My ribbons fall like petals, yet they bind like tempered steel, a tapestry of power woven tight with how I feel. I dance with gleaming footsteps while the battlefield ignites, a courtly executioner who laughs between the fights. This silk that cuts like judgment's blade, in velvet tones the truth is laid. And even when their courage fades, I stand in grace that never sways. The weak cling to ideals that crumble under scrutiny, but order needs a sharpened hand to guard its purity. I strike with gentle cruelty, the kind that leaves no stain, a rose carved out of violence, blooming softly through the pain. My voice is soft as twilight, but my verdict iron shore, a glimpse of royal splendor masking methods sharp and pure. Those brave enough to challenge find the truth beneath my art, that beauty is a dagger pressed politely to the heart. This silk that cuts like judgment's blade, in velvet tones the truth is laid. And even when their courage fades, I stand in grace that never sways. Devotion is my banner, and my loyalty runs deep. I guard the throne of destiny with vows I swore to keep. Though others call it tyranny, they fail to comprehend that chaos bows to elegance when beauty does not bend. And when the storm of combat leaves the air a trembling haze, I step through drifting embers with unbothered poise displays. For victory is sweetest when the world must finally see that justice wears a smile shaped in perfect symmetry. If fate demands I shatter dreams to keep the kingdom whole, I'll break them with the kindness that corrodes the trembling soul. For power draped in softness is the throne from which I rule, a monarch forged in silk, not bound by any petty rule. Let moonlight kiss the armor where reflections fade to dawn. I walk the line of elegance where fear and love are drawn. For in this grand dominion, where the brave and meek parade, I reign in gentle cruelty. like judgment's blade.
Looks like LordKnightmon came swinging out hard, managed to get his forces up, go into his X antibody, and de-digivolve Imperialdramon to nothing, and then cure the security away. So, dang, let's go ahead and see if the next game is just as exciting.
In the silence of coated skies, I woke already fractured, born from command, not choice, sharpened by cold design. Every order carved a corridor I was meant to follow, steel certainty wrapped around a trembling core. I learned to move without asking where mercy lived. I learned how quiet obedience can sound like strength. The world called me a weapon before it called me alive. Battles stacked like data I could never delete. I watched others grow through bonds I wasn't allowed. Power filled the space where a voice should have been. Each victory widened the distance inside my chest. A mirror I am more than the shape of my violence, more than the path that was coded for me. If will can bloom in hostile ground, then even I can choose what I protect. I carry the weight of what I've broken and walk forward anyway. Then a presence met me without fear or command. Not dominance, not control, just shared momentum. Where I expected change, there was balance. Two trajectories bending towards something truer. For the first time, strength felt like trust, and the future stopped feeling pre-written. We fused intention, not to escape the past, but to answer it with something brighter. In that union I felt my edges soften. Now we could just finally align. The battlefield changed when purpose changed. Even scars began to shape of my violence, more than the path that was coded for me. If will can bloom in hostile ground, then even I can choose what I protect. I carry the weight of what I've broken and walk forward anyway. Still, the echo of my origin never fully fades. I hear it when the night glitches and stalls, asking if redemption is only a borrowed state. If I vanish when the bond loosens its grip, I hold that fear like a loaded silence and refuse to let it decide for me. Choices heavier than any program strike. It asks for responsibility, not permission. I stay awake, guarding fragile connections, knowing one misstep could undo them. But living carefully is still living free, and freedom is worth the risk of pain. If I was born from control, let me end it. Not with destruction, but with resolve. Let my starts and the war recedes, I stand without orders filling my ears. Not a race, not purified, just accountable, carrying memory like a steady blade. I step into tomorrow by my own motion, no longer alone, but finally myself.
Alright, it looks like Imperialdramon managed to pull out the win on that one versus LordKnightmon's last game. Let's go to Game 3 and see who the final victor will be.
From ancient code, from war's decay, a dragon wakes to light the way. My wings eclipse the burning sky, a judgment born, I cannot lie. The power swells, it tears, it binds, a weapon forged for warlike minds. Yet in this heart a vow is made to guard the weak, the lost, betrayed. Wings of the eternal dragon, carrying both hope and fire. Though the world may fear my shadow, I will rise, I will not tire. A single roar can split the earth. A storm of flame denies rebirth. But I choose life, I choose the flame, to fight for peace, not endless pain. The night may fall, the void may call, yet I will rise above it all. Though burdened deep, I'll never break, for all I am is what I'll stake. Wings of the eternal dragon, carrying both hope and fire. Though the world may fear my shadow, I will rise, I will not tire. Courage burns, the past undone. Through every trial, I'll overcome. A final strike, a blinding flame, Imperialdramon. Remember the name.
you go. Imperialdramon green-blue was too much for LordKnightmon. Still way too fast and able to get too many hits in while LordKnightmon was still trying to build his pieces. Until next time, this has been Prodigious.